this is Katja with Creators Image Studio. So it's December, guys, and I am sharing a new album for you today. And this is my third design of Folio album. I made one before and it was called Mimosa, which I have here. So as you can see, this is the exact same design as far as shape is concerned, but it is totally differently made up because this was the Mimosa papers by S.E.I. So very summer and spring-like. Whereas this one has more of an autumn feel. This is Bo Bunny's beautiful Dreamer collection, which is a lovely collection. I have the 6x6 inch version here to show you. Of course, I use the 12x12 here, plus all of the ephemera. But to give you an idea, these are the papers, so warm colors, some purples, some browns, golds, greens, very autumn-like, yet not standard autumn. Now, the beauty of this Folio number 3, as I call it, because I had two other designs before it, is that you can take out the entire content, which I will show you in a minute. First, let's look at the cover. So there's some chipboard here, it says Dream, and I decorated with some flowers and some metal corner pieces here, a little clock piece here, and the back I left as is because you want to be able to lay it down and lay it flat. So it opens up on the front here with a ribbon. So let's tie it open. And the first thing that is great about this design is that you can fold the cover entirely around like this. So the paper won't crack, that is part of the design. So you can of course leave it like this, but you can also fold it like this. And then you can leaf through all of the papers like this. So this is sort of a vertical design, not horizontal. So you don't leaf through it like this, but like that. But I'll show you. And then here is another hidden page layout. Now, so that is a quick overview. And as I said, you can take out the entire content of the album. So let me show you that. And I have to be careful not to damage it or tear it apart, because it is paper after all. But there we go. So now I have the empty cover here. So I can put that aside if I want to. And now I have all of the room and the space and the, to make all of the movements that I want to make. I can leaf through the album without being bothered by the cover. So that is it's very specific to this design. There's no other design of mine, at least, that has this feature, and I haven't seen it very often before in other designs, especially not vertically, like I said, leafing through like this instead of like that. So there you go. So let's look at the front. So here I did some decorations, but all of the other pages, of course, you have to keep it flat, otherwise it will not fold as flat that it will fit in the cover, because the cover is not very wide, and I like that in my designs. Well, not all of my designs are like this, but I do like my thin designs because I find it a challenge to put many pictures in an album without it getting very bulky, because it will take up room in your bookshelf or wherever you'd like to put it. So this album, I'm guessing, will take about 60-65 pictures, and it is very thin, as you can see. So in order to keep it thin, do not use any bulky decorations. That is, of course, a prerequisite. But you can do it here. So let's open it up. These are some doorlets. So there you go. So I did some embossing here and some inking with different colors on the design paper. And then here are two pockets. Well, it's one pocket and one tuck spot. So in this first tuck spot is a tiny little tag with a cat, because this album, I forgot to mention, is for Nora, and you may remember Nora from one of my previous albums, and I will put that in frame here. And I told you some things about her, and one of the things is that she loves cats. So there you go. I die cut a black cat. And then here are some tags as well. This is one of the stickers of the collection, very lovely, so I left it as is because it's beautiful. I backed it up with some cardstock, so here you can put a picture or do some journaling. Same goes for this tag. I just added that, didn't do anything to it because I thought, well, you might fill it up with a picture on both sides or write to your heart's desire. The girl needs her journaling spots as well, right? So there you go. And of course a die cut border here. So let's tie that up again. Now there's a magnetized closure with a ribbon pull here. If you want to make this yourself, I have a free video tutorial on that technique, on how to do these ribbon pulls with the magnetized closures. So here is room for pictures, and here of course as well. Personally, I find it very difficult to put pictures on beautiful patterns like this, but I am a paper fan, so don't mind me. You can of course put a picture here. Here it's easier, it's a more of a regular pattern, so personally I find it easier to glue my pictures here. I left room here, so you can tuck your picture behind this and here, so you can tuck it between these things. So there's room for pictures. You can fold this open, more room for pictures. And of course you could put several pictures here or just one here and enjoy the pattern here. Look at these lovely birds here. Now one of the features of this design of Folio is that you can pull these photo wallets out. So now you have even more room for pictures. So you will need double-sided paper for this design. Well, not really, of course you could use single-sided paper, and then this would be white probably. And you could use it as a journaling spot, but personally I prefer double-sided paper for this design because I love that effect. So that closes up like that. So this magnetized closure keeps these flaps neatly closed. So let's open it up like this. So here is the first layout, and everything is oriented like that, so you won't have to turn your arm constantly. So here on top there's two pockets, and I added some of the Noteworthy die cut collection by Bo Bunny. They always have these die cut packs with their collection, and they are lovely. These are gold foiled, so that is an extra nice effect there. And here I added some stickles to the key of this die cut, and I added some crackled glaze here to that clock. Maybe it's not really clear, but it is crackled. And then of course I filled it up with some photo mats. And to keep the bulk down, because these pockets are quite flat, I simply use double-sided paper again, because you can, if you cut your picture a bit smaller, if you crop it, then you have these gorgeous borders here, enjoying the design paper again. And then I die cut from the design paper some of these tabs here and added a little bling just for fun. So these go into here, sliding in easily. Now here, this page, this is a magnetized closure, and I used one of the die cuts again, the die cut that come with the collection, and also gold foiled. I hope that shows in frame. And let's open it up again. Now these flaps you cannot remove, so these are the only two flaps that are actually fastened here to the page, so don't tear them apart, don't make that mistake. And here are two tags, so let's pull out the first one. So here I made a photo template for Nora with some removable tape, some repositional tape, so you can simply tear this off. It won't leave any glue stains, and then she can just trace around it on top of her picture, cut the picture, and it will fit beautifully onto this tag. And of course she can use it on both sides if she wants, or just use it for journaling again. So that is the first tag, and the second is sort of hidden in the pattern here, but it is an actual tag, because look at here. This is one of the cut aparts of the collection, so I cut it from the design paper. Life is a beautiful ride, it says. And then here is room for pictures, or two smaller pictures or one larger one, or even some journaling, because the paper has its own lines here. And I created that pocket by cutting into the pattern. So this is one of my pattern pockets. So just cut the pattern loose very carefully and very detailed. That is a trick. Be very meticulous about it to gain the largest effect, and let it just blend into your background, as you can see, and then put this on top. Just an idea, keeping things interesting. So again, these magnets keep it all neatly closed. Now let's close it up like this, and now let's open it the other way, like that. Sort of a never-ending feel, because you can open it and close it on both sides. So let's do the top page again here. So this is a swing tab closure, so let's open that up. Here is room for journaling or a picture. I did some stamping here just to fill up that white space here. And these stamps come with the collection. So these are beautiful Dreamer stamps. And well, this is one of the balloons, and it says Imagine here. And here is a flap that you can open. A stamp again that I did, same collection. And again, room for a picture. You can even do one larger picture here. If you want to do that, make sure to cut it. It feels a bit maybe counterintuitively, but you just cut the picture, otherwise it won't fold. So that can be one picture here, because the paper already has sort of a frame here. Or you can just do several here, or do some journaling. And then in the pocket here, there's a large pocket here, and I tucked some booklets here just for fun. Now Nora again gave me some sentiments, and these are German sentiments and all about cats. I die cut a cat here again, did some stamping here. There's a clock again, as you can see. And here is a little lock that I stamped. And it says, meine Lieblingsfarbe hat 4 Pfoten und schnurrt. So my favorite color has 4 legs and it purrs. That is my off-the-cuff translation. So let's open that booklet up, because it has multiple pages. So this is a tiny photo booklet, so you can glue a picture here. And here I did a pattern pocket again, so I cut into the pattern. And then you can tuck your picture here. So I did a photo template for her again. So she just pulls off the white, crops her picture, and it will fit this little piece of cardstock. And she can do 2, of course, on both sides, and then tuck it into this pattern pocket here. Let me see if I can do that upside down. Yes, like that. Cute. Now here, just for fun, a piece of washi tape. I'm betting you didn't even see it because the pattern is very busy, but I just wanted to try out some washi here. So I just tore it off, chose a purple pattern, and it looks lovely. It's the same purple that I used here for the flower. And here is a second page. Again, all photo templates here, so you can tear this off again. And I love this because this is a frame pattern here. So great to actually frame your picture. And here she can just tear it off, and then she can tuck it behind this die cut cat that I did. So I did some die cutting again here. And then she can leave this as is or glue another picture here. So this booklet alone can hold several pictures. Now this is just a one-page booklet, and it says, Nicht alle Engel haben Flügel, manche haben Schnurrhaare. So let's do some off-the-cuff translation. Not all angels have wings. Many have, okay, I don't know this word, so I will put that translation below. I did some printing here, so because I printed the text onto the design paper, and the design paper had some room here because it's white. So the balloon is the pattern, and then there's white here. So I found a cat with some angel wings, and I printed that with the text. So in one go through the printer, I added some stickles here onto the wing tips, and a piece of chipboard and a flower here. Now let's open it up. Room for pictures or journaling, little pocket here, and again a photo tag with a photo template with a lot of border punching here. And then look at the beautiful paper again. So 2 photo booklets with lots of room for pictures and some photo templates. Now this second page here, it has a magnetized closure to keep the flaps neatly closed. Whoops. And you can take off this entire envelope. So the magnet is inside this envelope, as you can see. So you take it off, and now you can use all sides. You can do a picture here if you want. And of course course there's a tiny little letter in the envelope. There you go, and double-sided of course, so you can journal here, put a picture here, or put pictures on both sides. You could even add another little notelet into this cute little envelope. This is a die set, by the way, by Marianne Design. And here again, removable photo flaps, so like I showed you before, so you can take these out and you have some photo wallets. And then here I did some photo mats just ready to go for Nora, so she can tear these off, and of course this is open so she can tuck her picture underneath. And then she has the beautiful frames here that the design paper offers, and I left this word visible, of course, dream, that is in the beautiful pattern of this paper. So let's close it up and look at the, I love this paper, I can't get enough of it. So there you go. Oh, it's the other way around. I have to think about it constantly myself. So this is the last page, and this is the flap that goes into the album pocket, as it were, so to put it into the cover. So don't put any pictures on this flap, leave that as is, or you won't get it into the cover again. Now here again, a ribbon pull with a magnetized closure, and I chose some lovely patterns here on both sides, so some birds. Again with the removable flaps here, so lots of room for pictures in this album. And here you can do one large picture, an enlargement, or very many smaller pictures. So if you do wallet size pictures, you could put like maybe 15 pictures here, or simply like I did on the previous page, 2 cropped pictures, or what, maybe 2 in a portraitscape. Well, you can go all out. I purposely chose different papers for all of these wallets because it has this interesting effect, I think. So closing it up again, and there you go. So that was the content of this album, and the same goes for the Mimosa original that I just showed you in the beginning of this video. So that will go into this pocket again. Let's see if I can make that happen actually on video. You have to be careful, and you should not be in a hurry or in a rush. Don't rush it, because it's very tightly made, so you have to be slow and careful about it, especially the last couple of centimeters or inches. Very gently pushing it in, and be gentle about it because you can damage it actually. And if you are not this patient and you want to make this album anyway, just pick a slightly larger cover and you will have more room to maneuver. But I like everything to be nice and tight, because look at the tight fit that it gives you. So now you can leave it as is like this, and then leaf through it again at your leisure. So that is one way of doing it, and as I showed you before, you can also do it like this. So it is a very, very versatile album, guys. There is a tutorial in my shop for this. It is called Mimosa, after the papers that I use for the original, and that is this one. So this is the Mimosa original. The insides are, well, mostly the same as you saw in this one. And here you can also see the difference, not only between 2 different paper collections, but also if you leave it very clean, so no embellishments at all, which has its own charm, or do a very bulky decoration that I did here on the second album. So check out my tutorial, guys, and enjoy your month of December. Enjoy your holidays, and Christmas is nearing. I will be doing many Christmas card videos for you. In fact, one of these weeks in December I will do a Christmas card video every single day with tips for you. So check that out, don't miss them. And yeah, thank you for watching. Leave a comment below. Press the like and subscribe if you like this video and want to see more. And stay tuned for my Christmas message at the end of this month, where you will see me on camera, which I think I never did before. And I will announce some plans that I have for the coming year. And you can comment on that as well, of course. Leave me your ideas. So thank you for watching, guys, and I will see you next week. Bye bye.